I had a phone call late last week from an organisation who are a charity who will advocate for you if you're not feeling up to things mentally, or you have, one of many problems with communication. And they got in touch with me last week and said, you still need advocacy with regards to your claim for housing. Obviously, I've moved house now and it's not necessary. But it's made me think about advocacy. It's made me think about those situations where on paper you've had to walk away or run screaming from certain situations because your confidence is in the dirt. Situations where you've even run away from responsibilities, joint responsibilities, because you can't handle life, let alone how you're being treated within a life that you're finding difficult even on a day-to-day basic level. So much has given me pause for thought, but just approaching everybody and every situation in life with, not saying expecting the worst, but just going about life as we do walking around a hospital. I've used this analogy before, and I kind of realised it on the night my daughter was born 10 years ago. I was walking around the hospital the night she was born, knowing she was in the world, having held her for the first time, and I was very aware that I was kind of eyes forward and giving people their space and being respectful and not sort of being my usual light and breezy self and greeting everybody warmly. You know what I'm saying. In hospitals, we just instinctively think that person over there with the completely poker-faced approach to life could have just said goodbye to a relative forever, or they could have just, in my case, said hello to their firstborn. You know, we give people their space and we respect that we just don't know where people are at in that environment. You know, it's a conditioned thing, I guess. But walk outside those walls and it just all crumbles away with me, with you, with most people. And, you know, we really should give some thought to offering that same respect and backing off to everybody that we ever come across in life, and approach every situation as if the worst case scenario has just played out, because we can't read people we don't know, and we all know what it's like to have been struck with the lightning strike of tragedy and having to just go out and do something so perfectly normal, and to all intents and purposes you look like how you do on every other day of your life, but something terrible has happened and it would take so little to push you over the edge. I've just learned so much about my assumptions about people, about life, where they might be, where they might not be, and I guess that I share these thoughts in the vain hope that I may make some kind of dent in this world that isn't negative. Completely self-serving, you know, maybe people see this and think, oh, what a nice guy, because not many people do that, and that's a very deserved reputation that I have, not in recent years, but, you know, I'm very aware of what people think of me. And I guess, you know, it's self-serving, as I say, but I just want to do something with my life that isn't just self-serving. And even in the self-servingness, I want it to be something that maybe thinks that inspires people to think a bit about life from the point of view of somebody who hasn't done it right. Somebody who's been that selfish bastard. It's just that so many people like me who have lived a slightly dubious, attitude-filled life and seen the light to a very large extent, you know, and rectified my behaviour. Very few people like me speak. We're always warned about coming across the narcissistic types, but very few people outgrow it or come out the other side of it and are listened to, you know. People of reformed nature sort of get a forum in a lot of respects, you know, people who've overcome drugs and drink or mental health, all sorts of things. Not that necessarily those things are bad things that people have done wrong, but you know, when people have been narcissistic, I'm in a position where I feel like I could probably educate some people who've been victims, you know. Anyway, it's just a thought.